Hello everyone. Uh, Today I'm going to explain how to use batch script to get PC or the computer information. Information like the computer name, the manufacturer, the model, the serial number, the operating system name, the version, how much memory you have, how many hard disk you have, a lot of information you can get from your system. Well, this information is required for IT team to get all the inventory, to get all the information about the computers. So I imagine that you have a company with 400 devices there. So it's very difficult to go and get, for example, the serial number for each machine. And if you are going to take it manually, it's going to be a headache and a waste of time, and there is a possibility of a human mistake also. This batch file, it could save a lot of time, and we make sure that this information is accurate. Uh, Now what I have here in this batch script, so I set the title of the command screen with a specific color and with a specific size. Here it's going to check if it is operating system based on Windows, then it will go for setting the variables for each of the system and model and serial number and so on. Then we are going to obtain all this information from Windows Management Instrumentation Console. Basically, all this information you can get it. So if you go to Windows command, and if you type wmic /?, let me expand this one a little bit. All right, yes. So there is a lot of options. You can get information about desktop, about the BIOS, about logon, about the machine, about the memory chip, about the net login, about the network interface information, about the operating system, about everything, even the installed printers, the voltage, the volume, UPS, the time zone, the temperature of your device or the CPU. It's a lot of information you can get from the Windows Management Instrumentation Console here. So in this script that we wrote in the batch script, I'm getting this information from these commands. So for example here, so it's like wmic operating system get cs name and return the value and do set the system. So this information is going to obtain from there, the same for the rest of criteria. And then the printout will be generating a report as a text file with the computer name, and then save it to a report file as a computer name. Now there is a timestamp also and date stamp on the report generated. All right. Another thing is it will get a text file with this kind of format. In addition, I created columns in a CSV file. So what is the use of this point? So imagine that you have 100 computers. So what you can do is save this batch script in your USB or in a shared location in your network. And once you run it, it will generate an Excel sheet, or it will save on this existing Excel sheet, which I call it hardware CSV. So if you look back in the batch script, I assigned to save all this one, and this comma means move to the next column. Move to the next column in the Excel sheet, and to save the file in hardware.csv. So let's run this one. Let me open this file to see. I put the header row, the same names as mentioned in the batch script, with the operating system and Windows version and the hard disk and memory, and you can add whatever information you can get from there. Anyway, so I will run the batch. Now it will look at each criteria, it will get the information, and it will save it as a text file. Here we go with a computer name. So if I open the text file, it tells me that checkup report done, report generated on this date and this time, and this is my information. So even the uptime, it was 11 days, 21 hours and minutes, last boot up time, and current user right now, used memory and total memory in MB, and the total memory in GB, gigabytes, the hard disk size, and how many logical processors, the processor, the 4 cores, 64-bit, the architecture, the Windows version, the operating system, and the serial number, and the brand and model. So this information is there. In addition, it will be writing to the Excel sheet. So in the Excel sheet you can see it came all this information under its respective column. Windows 10 Pro version, 64-bit, and the hard disk and memory. So let's assume that I run it in another machine. So I'll save this one. Well, in CSV, it's very difficult to save. So assume that I'm keeping these two files in USB. So I will go to another machine, plug the USB in, run it again, and it will get the second machine information in the second row in the Excel, as you can see here, and so on. So you can do it easily. You just need to ask the system to obtain whatever information you want. This is for today, and I believe this option, it will help a lot of IT team who's going to do an inventory or hardware list to check the life cycle of the machines in the company, or even for upgrade process if it is required. Now, if you have any additional request or additional information you need, I'm ready to help. Just write in the comments. And thank you very much.